also lead like further away from them, you know, not quite so close. And we need to teach her. For me, I start out far away and I get closer. I don't start out close and go far away.
Oh, okay.
All right? Because horses don't, in nature, walk around together like this. They don't do that.
Okay.
They walk like a horse length away from each other. So this is more natural for her, and it also gives me a better chance to stay away from her if she's being silly. But I don't need to hit her, like unless she keeps coming at me. What it is she's testing my boundaries, like I'm another horse. She doesn't really know we're not another horse. Right. So she's saying, I'm tough and and what are you going to do if I do this? And I go, I can get bigger. You know? So that's how, with babies like this age, you have to sort of think like a big boss mare, but also like another baby would be. So all she's doing is testing her boundaries.
Yeah. And they would be, if you had another baby in here, she would just be playing with the baby.
Constantly, and they'd be falling over and like biting each other, and you know, and that's why out west they throw all the babies out together, because
so that helps them then.
Oh, that's how they learn. You know, it's how they learn to balance. It's how they learn who's the hierarchy. It's how they learn everything. So what we'll do is going to have her go the other way. Don't come in my space. Thank you. That way. That way. That way. That way. Now she's getting tired. She's like, I'm grumpy. I didn't mean to go that way. Good, let's do it that way. Nope. 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 There's a good answer. Go on.
And you want to try and use a lead on it. So now you did that with your body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, everything I do, and that's why I want to allow them to do everything I do on the lead is with my body. It's the same as round pin. The only difference is there's a lead on her face. So, you know, and she needs you to do more stuff. She wants to throw you on the left. So it's like that, off balance a little bit.
Have a longer lead if you need it.
I want her to start learning. I don't like how she's pushing against this rope. Yeah, she needs to know that when she hits that, she should stop.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You know, because she sort of also thinks that she can just ignore me. And I don't want her to be thinking that.
So when she rears up like that and gets close,
Yep.
she's not really trying to hurt, but she can if she gets too close.
Yeah, and the thing is, I don't think they're ever trying to actually hurt you. They're playing. But they don't know how big they are.
Yeah.
She's going to rear up and come and play with you, but she doesn't know that if she lands on you, it's going to hurt you. You know? And the bigger they get, the more you think, you know, that's... Ooh, that's not... Thank you. You know, the bigger they get, the more... And every time I put her on, she relaxes. Every time I put her on the right side, she just goes, oh, okay.
But it's the...
When she wants to be really naughty, she goes to the other side.
Is that because she hasn't been done a lot on that side?
Yeah. And And she's thinking humans go on the left, not on the right. And she's telling me that. She's saying, you're not supposed to be on the right. I'm going to put you back on the left because that's where you belong. And this sort of stuff, again, because babies are just sponges, it'll end up going away. You know, she's not going to be like this. She's going to learn fast. And all this stupid stuff is exhausting and it's not really worth it. And I keep winning.
Yeah. So will she, after today, will she remember any of it?
She will. She will. But what you'll have to play, you guys will have to work with her because my energy and where I'm throwing my energy and all that sort of stuff will be different to what you're doing. So, and it doesn't have to be perfect. I just know where to throw it and where to
Right.
sort of stop it. You know, so it'll be a learning process for you. But like I said, she's a sponge, so don't think, oh my God, I did it wrong today. I've ruined my horse for her life. No, that's definitely not going to happen.
So then
So all of that just gets us back to where we started, which is leading. So that was, and if she was my horse today, and I did all of that, and this is what I'm getting now. Stay out of my space.
this is good.
I'm done. I'd put her back in the barn, or I'd let her go have a roll, or have her run in a fart and somewhere else without me. All right. So this is about the extent to which you want to do each little lesson. And you'll know once she understands it, then you can do something more. You know, but again, because she's so young, she does get tired, so there's not going to be too much. And that's how I've learned so many horses now that are 3 and up. It's like when someone says, come over to me, I'm yay, you get to have fun, I don't have to be structured.
Well, Jennifer's one who recommended you, and Jennifer said that you like the...
I love the babies. If I won the lottery, I'd just have babies. I love them too because they're such a clean slate, you know, because either I'm starting youngsters or I'm working horses that have problems already. And the older ones that have problems, you've got to get rid of all of the ideas of the problems before you can even start here, you know.
Okay.
And they give you a young one and it's like, well, at least now I'm going to teach from here on in. You know, there's no too much bad things in there already. But there are some that can be put in there, but she doesn't really have to. And I'm just going to keep walking and let her try and find me.
And you're doing it lightly, she's listening to the
Yeah,
halter.
really, when I halter break my personal babies, it's about them following me. It's really not about leading them. And with her, I want her to pay attention to me. She can't ignore me. Which is, and again, that's a butterfly. You know, she's a baby, so she has to say, ooh, you know. So I just do something to say, hey, I'm still here. You know, but again, it's because she's so young, I don't want to do too much. You know, it's not fair when you've got all these toys. It's like putting a kid in a toy store and then going, hi, pay attention to this boring old person standing here. And the toys are great, you know. More toys she can play with the band tarps and all that stuff. But anyway, so this is how I would like to see you leading. Okay. And she's following where I'm going. I'm not pulling her there. She just sees me as a leader now and says, okay, I'm supposed to go with you. And if she doesn't come, then I'll do something with the rope to say, hello. But this is a nice way to lead. And this is how I lead from my babies up until they're 13, 14 now. They all lead like this. They don't think, oh my God, there's a lead on me, I'm going to be pulled somewhere. They're like, oh, okay, it's supposed to go somewhere. The lead to me is like the rein. You know, once you're putting a lead on a horse, everything you're doing with this, you should be thinking about how you would be doing it with your rein. So in the Parelli way, when they do this, and then they do this, and then they shake, and then they hit them, I don't do that.
Oh, okay.
Because I don't want my horses to ever think this thing is ever going to hurt them, because this is my rein. So I want them to always be thinking, this is light, and I should follow the feel of this, not have it hitting under my chin and making me back up. But again, there's really different ways to do the same thing. So whatever works for you guys is do it.
crazy that time.
No, because she's tired. But she also gets it now. She's like, I guess I don't have to go and be a lunatic kite person today. So I can come in your space, you can't come in mine, should start to apply a little bit now.
So when when she's loose, keeping her out of my bubble unless I go into hers, not her coming into mine.
Right. With everything. You know. So you can come into her space and do whatever you want. But she can't just walk into yours and do whatever she wants. And that's just projecting energy onto her. You can see it. When she started to come at me, I turned around and she went, where'd that come from? You know? You know, and once you sort of get this respect going too, the feet and stuff should be easier. Easier in a respect way. You know, sometimes still she's going to be like, you know, she's a kid. And keep her in the back of it so you can see her. Good, and then just turn around and face her. And sort of say, don't come on top of me. Good. Good, and if she starts to get too close, do this or something. Just do something to say, yeah. See how you probably didn't see it, but maybe. Yeah. She went, oh, okay, that was a bit too close. Yeah. Or you can keep walking. You know, you just become a horse. Or a mother. Don't let that rope drag on the ground. All the communication goes out of the rope when it hits the ground. There, now turn around and stop her. And you can get bigger and bigger if she keeps coming. And it's at this stage she's not coming because she wants to be on. She's just sort of like, you know. So you want to be clear to say if you're going like this and she's not stopping, get bigger so that she gets it. Because she's trying. I mean, everything she's doing, she's trying to learn. You know, and if you can't walk that fast, you shouldn't have to. She should be able to, yeah, she's going to your speed. And the next person that comes along, she's going to their speed. You know, she can learn to not walk really fast. It's all about just staying out of your bubble. Very nice. And then, yeah, do some turns so that she, you know, and if she stops, you just keep going. If she hits the end of that rope, you just go around her. So you're on an angle and she has to kind of keep following. You know, and today, because this is kind of new, you can turn around and stop her if you want. She's interested in what you're doing. Tomorrow she probably will be like, that game's boring, I don't want to do that anymore. You know, or push on you a little bit or say, you know, I'll try something different today because that's boring. We did that yesterday, Mom. You know what I mean? So you just reinstill it, get to a point where it's comfortable and do something else.
Much better.
Yeah, it's a much, and all of you should lead her like that, you know. And when you get out of the ramp head, she's going to be a lot more like, woohoo, what's that, you know. But that's why I want it. So what I'd like to just give her a minute with you to hang out. Good. There you go. Good. Nice. Don't do too much. All right, because she's light, and if you keep swinging that rope, then she's going to be like, meh, 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 meh. You know. There's very nice. And then just turn and walk away and see if she'll come with you. Good. And then stop and face her. Stop her there. Good. Okay, yeah, I get it. And let's try the not so easy way. So what you're going to do is you're going to put the rope out there and say, this is the way I want you to go. And if she doesn't go, try and swing it until she goes that way. Yeah, oh yeah, she can feel all of that. You can, wait, before you send her. Yeah, so that's what, every horse can feel that. That's what, so we don't need to be here going, this is where we're going. You know, they can feel the rope go that way. Feel the rope go that way, and that's what you want, especially for a pleasure horse. You know, you want to loop in that rein and have them feeling that in your body and going where you want it. And this is the beginning of that. Yeah, there you go. Now walk in and tap her a little bit. Say, come on, and this means something. Don't just zone out. Good. Keep going. There.
So how quick can my response be?
1, 2, 3. Keep going. You look at her butt. Her butt's the thing that's the engine, and that's what's going to make her go forward.
Is that what I'm going to tap?
Yes. So you've swung that rope about 17 times now. There you go. It's 1, 2, 3. And 3 is harsher than 1.
And so I shouldn't swing that anymore unless you stop.
Right. Or unless you wanted to go a bit faster. That's your leg in your right hand right now. You put your leg on and nothing happens, your leg gets bigger and bigger until something happens. If you put your leg on and she moves and you keep putting your leg on, she better be flying by the time you take that leg off. All right? Your left hand right now is your rein and your right hand is your leg. Move forward. Get bigger. Yeah. And what we don't want her, even if she overreacts a little bit, I would rather have a little bit of an overreaction right now than a dull, because I'm looking at her like my riding horse. And if my riding horse took off like that, I'd get bigger scared. You know? There you go, good, that's fine. Good, now send her back the way you were going. Send her out there. Even though she's looking at you, there you go, good. And then just let her go round. Let her burn that energy out. And you keep offering a slow energy. Just relax, walk with her until she can slow down. Same as round penning. She's doing to you what she did to me. That's all. She's like, well, I'm going to try it on this lady because she's different from me. There you go, good. Good. That's better. She's coming off of that halter a little bit better now. There you go, good. And just do a few more steps of the walk so that she gets the idea of where we started, and then you can let her stop and come in.
Like right now?
Yep. And we'll just give her a little break for that. So what you can do to keep yourself safe with her is when she's going out like this, and then she's walking and it's nice. For now, I'm going to change it. If I come back, I'm going to change this on you. But for now, to get her to come to you, just go like you would in the round pen. Back up. So she goes, where'd you go? And she comes in and then she can stand there. Instead of trying to get her to do it all right in front of you. Okay. All right? I'll show you. Cool. Yeah, I'll show you. And what it does is, you know, the one rein stop where you get the horse to step under themselves like this. I don't know about with Borelli, but what that does is it stimulates that without you being too close to them. And the reason we want that is because we want them constantly bending through their spine. You know.
So when you say the crossover, is that they call disengaging the back end?
It's the disengaging the back end. Yep. It's exactly that.
I've seen them where they go. Just move the back down and face me.
Yes, that's what I want you to do. But for right now, with her energy and the spatial things that you're sort of jumping with her, I want to keep you out of her space, have her out on the line, and back you out of her space so she comes to you. Okay. So it keeps you both safe for right now. That's why I was going to say, next time I come, we're going to be disengaging her high neck.
I get that picture of it?
Yep. It's the problem with disengaging her at this age is it might be too much of a bend for her and she might just fall over because she doesn't have the balance that she needs yet really to do that. So this is an easier way for her to sort of continue going forward but disengage and then continue going forward. So the one thing about anything is, and safe. So if you need to back out of the way, you need to get out of the way. That's the important part. But for me, when she comes into my space and I say get out of my space, my feet don't back out of her space. My feet will go into her space and she will move out of my space. You know? That says to her and any other horse, no matter what age, no matter what height, I'm the dominant one here. I do not back out of your space. You're backing out of mine.
Now,
Until I ask, until we do this, until I say, you can come to my space. All right?
Now, can I do what you did, but do it more at a shoulder than at a front?
You can do whatever you want. You know, the reason I'm going at the front is because her head is what's nipping and playing with me. And when two babies are playing, and I want her to go that way, when two babies are playing, it's the jaw that they go for. That you bump them on the jaw, and they try to rear up at each other and they bite each other. If you just push on the shoulder, it's not going to be as you know. I knew it would make her move her feet. That's why I wanted her to. But you guys can figure out what you want. There are points in a horse when they play fight, or whatever you want to call it. They go for here, they'll go for the knee, they'll go for the hop, and they'll go for the tip point of the hip, with the bump. But if they want the front end to go that way, they'll bite at here. And if they want them to like, well, have you ever watched any of the footage of it? They'll bite at each other's knees there, and they'll bite at each other, And she's like, oh, you almost got my knee. You know, it's a game. It's a fun thing. That's just her saying, this is my head as a baby, saying, no, you go that way. I'm moving you that way. I'm going this way, all right? So that's what I'm just doing with it. All right, sorry, so I'll send around so quick. Yeah. You know, but I always, especially with babies, always will come back in and give them a pat. You know, I'll always come back and say, yeah, that was fun. I'm playing. I'm not just here to beat you.
So that one.
See, and the moment you go, I stop swinging. And then unlike Corelli, I walk a little bit with them. I don't stand still and make them run around me. I like to keep my energy sort of with their energy. So I'll walk a little bit. So she's doing what I want. And I would like to try to sort of play her. Again, she's not completely balanced and whatever, as long as she's going forward. And then I'll catch her eye, like in the round pen, and say, can you come in here? And if she doesn't, I'll tug a little bit on the road. And she did.
So it's just the same thing, but just with the
Yeah, it's the same as round penning. Working on the halter should be the same as round penning in the energy and how you ask for things. We need that. You know, and the biting of ropes and things like that, I'm not going to get really after her about it. I just say, don't do it. I'll make it uncomfortable. And that's she's tired. She's tired mentally and physically from this stuff. And that's, she's a baby. It's hard to do an hour session with a baby because it's too much. And like humans, they don't learn if they're overtired.
And that's why I don't
And give yourself more space. That's how you keep yourself safe. It's how you all will keep yourself safe without hindering her movement and her spirit. You know, so that this leading exercise is a great thing for her to start understanding that we can tell her where to go at the end of a 12-foot road. You know, we don't need to be right on top of her to tell her how to go left, right, stop. You know, and that's in here and out there.
Like you said, doing it out here too. We'll probably go through what we went through in here.
Right. You know, and I don't mind her sniffing me and stuff. That's fine. That's just basically just trying to figure out what on earth I am. It's the hard thing for humans is the emotional energy that we go through. Because horses, like dogs, will do something and a second later it's done. They're not thinking about it. They're not thinking why they did it. They're not rationalizing it. It's gone. The energy was there and it's gone. And that's that's the hardest part for us to learn. That took me years to figure out how to keep my energy at a certain level and bring it up to a certain level and then make it go away. And that's what she'll teach you.
Yeah, that's what I have too. I have that same problem. If I start to get a little nervous, that nervous.
Yeah. So ground penning loose will help with that too. And if she's a bit loony, just get big so she doesn't come in your space and let her work it out. I mean, you can see it takes about a minute and she's tired. You know, it's not like a thoroughbred that'll run for 40 minutes before it actually goes, oh, I should stop. You know, you've got that advantage on your side.
And this helps her as she grows, right? As she's getting older.
Oh, absolutely. Now, the reason I'm still swinging here is because she's trying.
Yeah, she's moving her feet.
Yeah, she's not doing what I want, but I'm not going to escalate the punishment because she's trying something, so I'm rewarding her by not, I'm just going to keep doing what I want, and then if she stops doing it, then I'll say, now try something else. And if she doesn't try, I'll tap her. Does that make sense? Yeah. So now she's doing nothing, so I'm going to tap her. You know, and that's just a mare going, yeah, you made me do it. You know, which you might have your whole life. Because my mare still does it to me.
When we went to go pick her up, I mean, they put out hay for the 5 other horses, and that's what they all did to her. She went to everybody's hay pile, and they said, no, go away.
Right. Right, and see, the thing with her is she'll learn fast what humans will go away when she does that.
Yeah.
You know, all right, so now I'm going to back up and see if she can come into, now I'm suggesting she come into that spot. Yeah. All right, so there's a difference there. Yeah. And she's like, I don't need to come into that, you know, I don't need to come too close to your space, lady. I know what happens when that happens.
They move fast.
Lead her around a little bit more, then you just look to the event. It's okay with her. Yeah. Just so you get a feel for, and we'll give her a little bit of a rest while we work with that one, and then we can lead her into the barn once she's had a bit of a rest.
You're very good at this.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I love it. That's why.
It shows. It shows.
Good. Good. So now take the halter off and we'll just walk away. And get the bend. Are you doing that? Are you bending her left and right when you take the halter off?
Yeah. Shake.
Yeah. Just start. It doesn't have to be perfect. She just has to give you a little bit. And this is a good time to start. There you go. Perfect. And you can flip the halter inside out so you can do it on the left too, on the right too.
Oh, okay.
You know, if you like what I do, I've got a 2-year-old, and what I've been doing with him is I'll go a month on one side, and then I'll flip the halter inside out, and then every time I put the halter on, it goes on the other side. So we balance that.
Yeah, because I wondered about that. Yeah.
Yeah, there was a horseman years ago, like 10 years ago I used to work with, who made 2-sided halters. So you can always, it doesn't matter, I'm doing on either side. And I still have some of them, but he's not around anymore, so I can't get more. I love them though.
She can have a little drink. She's a little hot.
She can have a drink. She's not. So let's put the other one for her. So what I do with the horse, I mean, she's not really encroaching too much on me, but I'll just go like this. And in the winter, it helps if you have a jacket that makes noise on it, which you do. And I'll test it. I'm testing it a little bit just to say, here's my bubble. Don't get in it. Don't get in it. And I'm not really directing it at her. I'm just going for a walk. And if she gets in my bubble, she better get out of it. And then I'm going to go over here. See what I mean? Yep. This is a good exercise for horses like her that push on you a little bit. Yep. And just to say, I'm the boss. And if I decide to turn and go this way, you better get out of my way. And she knows, because I haven't even touched her, she knows because I'm doing this, that she better get out. So that's why she goes, yeah! You're going to get that hind end out of the way. All right? And all the ground stuff that we were doing with her, sending them on, I said, that's how you stay safe. That's how you control the horse. So if something spooked and you're constantly saying, stay out of my space, and they learn that your space is not somewhere they can go. So if they're, even if you're walking this close to her and something spooks her, she's not going to, something spooks from there, she's not going to come here. She's going to go back and do whatever she can not to go in your space.
So consistently learning, doing that with her, she's going to be saying, no, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, yeah. And it's all horses should be like that. I mean, my horses literally, I've had them where I've been on the rail walking and something spooks them and they like appear next to me. And instead of going like this, they go back, rock back on their haunches and go like that, not to get in my space. They still spook out of the way, but they don't come on top of me.
Right.
Because they know that ain't gonna be great. Come on, Billy. So I'm gonna have you do this. So when I turn around and say I'm going somewhere, I'm not looking at the horse. I'm looking at where I'm going. Because it's not fair to say, get out of my way. I'm not doing that. I'm saying, I'm going here, just stay out of my way. Alright? And that's what people tend to do. They tend to turn around and look at the horse and get out of my way! But that's not, and another horse wouldn't do that. Another false mare would say, hey, the grass is better there. I'm going to go there. Get out of my way. Here, I've got the grass. Alright? And I just do it a little bit, and it's just an exercise to say to her, I'm the one in charge here. You're not. Thank you. Alright? So that's all it is. There's no animosity. I'm not angry at her. I'm just much more important than I get all the grass in this field. My bitchy boss mare has taught me really well how to be a bitchy boss mare. She's like the queen of the bee. Good. You know, and that it also gives you that. It gives you like, oh yeah, who are you? So that's how I back them up, rather than banging the thing in their face. I lift it like as if I was riding. I put it in the energy in the way that I want them to go, and then if nothing happens, I put a little bit of energy in front of them. And when they do it, I drop the rein. So if I was riding, it would look like this. I lift up, I put my leg on, and you come off with that energy. And then when you back up, I let go of the rein. All right? But I just do it from the front. So, because everything in my world is about riding. So everything I do on the ground has a purpose towards riding.